Hello, my beautiful fragrance family. Dustin here, fragrance fan. Go ahead and do me solid and click that like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'm just going to keep on giving you guys these budget-friendly fragrance reviews. That $40-ish and $100 range. And most of these are way less than that. And a good number of these you can find at your local rack stores. Got one today that you will find almost regularly at Ross, TJ Maxx, all of them, right? For like $11, $12. I think the 3.4, it's under 20 regardless. So it's one of those extra cheap ones, and I'm talking about the old school 1996 woody aromatic release of Michael Jordan, the OG Michael Jordan cologne. I think this is an eau de cologne concentration, if I am not mistaken, but you recognize this iconic bottle, and the bottom it's like shoe tread kind of on the bottom of it. Little information on the bottom, super light, atomizer cap. If you hear the kids, I can't help that. It's Sunday afternoon. They're going to be loud and playing, so there's no sense in editing it out because they're going to keep screaming for the next few hours. But yeah, it's got like a rubbery texture on the outside of it, and it clicks real nice into place. I mean, it's on there, and it almost like grips like sneakers or something. And the atomizer is really bad. Look how much it didn't struggle that much at first, but it is now. And I just inhaled some in my mouth. That was awesome. Tastes way worse than it smells. But let's just go over what this thing really smells like, right? So this is a very woody green fragrance. A lot of tart grapefruit right up top. That's like the main thing, is you get that tart grapefruit and a lot of sharp greenery, like coniferous kind of trees, cypress, fir, you know, there's things like there's some cedar in here as well. So it's a very woody, fresh, spicy, citrus, tart citrus, lemon, grapefruit, that kind of thing up top. There's a couple other things like in the base. You don't get a whole lot of it. There's like a million notes in this thing. There's like musk and cognac and incense and sandalwood, but you don't necessarily get a whole lot of that. They just might be in there a little bit in the background, helping this thing drive just a bit. And I've seen people compare this to Tommy Hilfiger, and it's kind of in that ballpark, just mostly with the fresh spiciness. Other than that, it is its own thing. It doesn't smell just, you can own both of them and it wouldn't be redundant, because the Tommy is very, it's lighter, it's kind of fresher in a way, more gym appropriate, I would say. It's smoother, it's easier. The fresh spiciness is less abrasive and a little bit more sparkly, where this is a bit sharper. But all that being said, this don't smell bad. It's not a bad smelling fragrance whatsoever. The performance isn't all that great. It seems like at first it might be about an average performing fragrance, but it's a little less. It's not like ultra terrible, but it's not all that good. It's about you could get 4 hours out of it for sure. Some of you guys might get more, but back in the day, I think that this was a little bit sharper. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't own a bottle of this back when it came out with the original formulations and stuff, but I had a friend that I picked up from school all the time, and he wore this religiously every day. He'd spray that thing on all over the place, and if I remember, it was a bit sharper, a little bit bolder, more masculine in a way, and kind of a little bit richer, if that makes any sense. But this does smell, you know, when I smell this, I was like, oh yeah, that's what this smelled like, because I forgot, and then I finally smelled it just the other day at one of those mom and pop's perfume stores, and I was like, that's what it smells like, I remember now. And but wearing it, it smells a little bit different. It's way more synthetic, because this is a fresh, synthetic, woody, fresh, spicy kind of a fragrance. Good for the spring, like really good for the spring, because of all the green and fresh spiciness is in it. But it also worked pretty good in the summer. It's youthful. It's not, to me, as mature as it was back in the day, but it's kind of a casual, like you just want to, if you don't have many fragrances and you want to throw one on, then this would be good for that. If you have a bunch of fragrances, you can just pass on this, because it's going to be lost in your rotation, guaranteed. Like, I'm not going to probably reach for this thing except maybe to come out of the shower or to revisit, to review the thing or something like that. I've spent some time the past couple of days with this thing, haven't gotten great performance, haven't gotten a lot of projection, but I wasn't expecting that. It's an eau de cologne, so to be fair with it, it didn't disappoint in that aspect. Overall rating, I'll give it a it's a 4.5, because it's like an average scent profile. It's a little bit less than average performance, so it's like a 4.5. It smells good. It's not some hidden gem or anything, or like, oh, the nostalgic awesome Michael Jordan. It's none of that. It's just it's a good smelling fragrance, but it's really synthetic. It is very synthetic with all that sharpness, and the grapefruit can kind of be a little off-putting, I feel like, to some people, because grapefruit it's sharp, it's tart, sour in a way, and it could come off kind of offensive to some people, I feel like. But overall to me, it's a 4.5 out of 10. Just scent profile, it's a 5. Good smelling fragrance, a little bit less than average performance. Good for the spring and the summer and the daytime. Other than that, it's nothing to write home about. But for $11, what can you expect out of this thing? I just wanted to go ahead and throw out the iconic old school classic of Michael Jordan. Is it timeless? Not really, not to me. But it's all right. It's not a bad smelling fragrance. So that's my final thoughts on Michael Jordan, the original Eau de Cologne. With that, I'm out. Y'all be blessed. Take care of yourself always. And until next time.